Trying to put together this video on installing the power feed on the G0704 mill. There's a handful of videos on this out there already, but most of them didn't show all the details or steps involved, and I thought some guys might appreciate that. We'll start off with the unboxing and cleaning it up a little bit, and then we'll move on to the various steps involved. I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this, get rid of some of the tedium involved, but you'll still get to see most all the steps. Okay, right here's the problem. Need to pull that key out. That key was actually step 2 in the install procedure, and it was just one line in the manual, and of course it's intuitively obvious even to the most casual observer, but yet I did forget about it, and that stuff happens. So in one of the videos I had seen on the web mentioned it was possibly a two-man job to try to hold that up and get the securing screws in. So I decided to just use a hunk of scrap aluminum and use some zip ties here to hold it up in place while I was able to properly get it screwed down. Getting the mounting screws in is pretty tedious. You'll definitely need a flashlight to be able to see what you're doing, and there's a lot of grease in there on the gears, so it's just a little bit of a hassle in there. This is a real long Allen wrench they provide. You may have seen me unpack it in the box, but there's no mention of it in the manual. This is probably an addition to make it a lot easier to screw those cap screws in. Trying to use a little Allen wrench would really be a hassle. I'm just going to speed through this section. Here I'm going to be putting in the power feed stops, and it did give me a chance to clean out the rail real good so that the stops can move easily. Now this drilling was a nightmare. It took a long time. I probably should have had a cobalt bit or maybe a carbide tip bit, but it really took a long time to drill those holes. So in mounting the switch, they provide 4mm cap screws, and I don't have a way to tap, metric. I don't have a metric set. So I went ahead and just used standard 832 cap screws and tapped for that. So the final step here was to get the switch aligned so that both the stops would be able to pass between it and hit the cutoff switch. So there needs to be, a little bit of gap there so it's not actually hitting the stops. Yep, you guessed it. It didn't work. Got no speed control. So, off to call Grizzly support. So I called Grizzly support, and after going through some diagnostics, they decided to send me a new board. So 3 days later, I got the new board in, set it all up, same thing. No speed control. So called them, ordered an entirely new power feed, and got some return authorization for the board and the original power feed. And 3 or 4 days later, voila, I have a working power feed. So some extra frustration in there, but it's working now. Thanks for watching.